Hey guys, it's Mike, and you're watching Mike's Rockin' Relics. And today on the show, I'm going to tell you about a record that I just found in my collection that I didn't realize was quite as valuable as it is. So I've been going through boxes of 45s and listing them in my discogs database, and just seeing what stuff's worth and where things are at, and actually thinning out some as well. And I came across one that I didn't realize was as valuable as it is. And remember, friends, it's not hoarding if it's vinyl. So sometimes you don't always remember what you have or what's in the collection. And this one had kind of been lost to the sands of time for me. I don't remember where I picked this up, but I feel like it was a flea market find or in a collection I bought or something. I didn't go out and search this one out, that's for sure. But there was something about the song that I liked and about the label and things like that. So I tucked it aside, and thankfully I did. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you're a big fan of rock and roll and you like records, guitars, and stories about rock and roll, be sure to give us a like and subscribe and ring that bell. It helps us to grow the channel and keep more stuff coming. Thanks a lot. So the record in question is a song called I Can't Go by Big Buddy Lucas, and this is on Caprice, which is sort of a pretty small label. He was a band leader, a jazz musician, most famously a saxophone player, and he also did a lot of session work. In fact, he did session work on a lot of Dion and the Belmont stuff. So he was a well-known saxophone player. This song, though, isn't really, when you listen to it, it's more of an R&B tune. There's not that much noticeable saxophone on there, really. And the B-side is a song called So Happy. So I'll tell you why I picked this up, because this is not a guy that I was really that familiar with. It wasn't that I flipped through and saw this record and went, I have to have this. But there are things you can look for that will help you find valuable 45s, and I'll tell you about that now. So you can pick through crates and boxes and dusty bins of 45s and never find anything really worth more than, $4, $5. But if you're looking through older stuff, this is from 1963. If you're looking through stuff kind of, I say pre-Beatlemania, all the way back to, the late 40s when the 45 was invented, that era there, if you find 45s that have the two solid lines across this and you're sort of unfamiliar with the label, chances are you might have something unique and a little rarer. It doesn't mean it'll be valuable, but it's a good place to start. And likely I saw this and thought, sounds like an R&B guy. And it's definitely got all this going for it. The solid label with the black, label with these silver lines on it, was enough to probably just say, I probably paid 50 cents or $1 for this, and I probably thought, try what that is. Many times you do that and you get nothing, but this time I really got something, and this was a pretty major score. So I'll show you right now what this is going for on discogs. So right now on discogs, this is going for a median of $191.80. This is Canadian prices. And the highest it's ever sold for is $274, and the lowest it's sold for is $10. Now, this is all condition-based stuff, but I'm going to, conservatively say mine's a VG. Possibly a VG Plus. It plays pretty well, but there's definitely some wear on the record. It's not a shiny black surface anymore. So it's not perfect, and it's got some blemishes, but it plays pretty well. There's no skips. And you're going to find yourself somewhere, around these prices in there. I mean, it's kind of hard when you see a low of $10 and a high of almost $300. There's got to be some middle ground there, but I'd say this is at least $140, somewhere in there, and is certainly something that is sought after. If we look over here in the statistics, 6 have this record. So if you think of the whole discogs marketplace, there's 6 people that own this, and I'm one of them. 79 want this record, and the last one that sold was in February of 2023, and there are none for sale right now. So there's enough people that want it. There's not a lot of them out there, and it's worth some money. So this is going to be one of those records, though, that you have to be careful with, and I'm going to explain that right now. Okay, so here's why I think you have to be careful with listings like this. Um, discogs is now the new price guide. That's where everybody is getting their prices from and what stuff's worth. The problem with a record like this is the future demand for this record might not be very high. And what I mean by that is, I'm a pretty knowledgeable music fan and record collector, and I'm not really familiar with this title or this artist. This is not somebody that's huge on my, listen list. And, 9 times out of 10, I probably would skip over that in a bin and just, it's not for me, not what I'm looking for. So, you have a specialized market, which is going to be a true collector of maybe that kind of, American jazz or R&B that it is not that popular. There's just not a lot of demand for it, really. And it's expensive. So you have to really know what you're looking at to get that record. And it's not mint. So here's another problem. If somebody is going to spend that much money, are they going to buy a copy that's not perfect? Possibly, not sure. We might find out. So these are some things that, going forward, I have to be realistic about and think about, because I don't know people younger than me that are looking for Buddy Lucas records right now. Like, it's just not something that is, nobody's ever asked me for that as I, trade or sell stuff. It's not a name that anybody's ever brought up to me. So, even find major artists not selling like they used to, and so it's kind of like, is it time to move this stuff on while there is still a market for it, or, where is it really at? That's the problem with this. So there it is. We have a rare record, a holy grail. Let me know in the comments what you think I should do with it. Is it something I should hang on to? I'm not particularly a huge fan of the song. It's okay. It's not bad. It does not certainly get a lot of listens here, but as a collector, it's a pretty rare and unique piece, and something that is not going to be replaced or found again. And with the current state of the market where it is it better to move it now or hold on? Let me know in the comments what you would do. But I kind of like having it. It's kind of cool. And, selling a record that's imperfect is difficult these days. I don't like discogs as a selling platform. I do use eBay quite a bit, because at least you can see a lot of pictures on there and maybe even video to put up what this sounds like and looks like. And that might be the option if I do decide to sell it. But yeah, another holy grail found in the collection that I didn't really realize I had. And it's always interesting to go through. Have a look through your stuff. You never know what might be sitting there, but certainly fun to at least look through those old treasures. Keep on collecting. We'll see you next time.